أهلا وسهلا. In this lesson, we're looking at حروف العطف or conjunctions. There's a set of connectors called حروف العطف, and they are called conjunctions in English grammar. These are words that connect like forms of speech at the word, phrase, and sentence level. Here we have some of the connectors: wa, wow, meaning and; fa, meaning so; thumma, then or and then; أو, meaning or; and meaning or as well. Now, some of these connectors will have more than just one meaning. So we shouldn't think that wa, for example, will always mean and. It can also mean but. So we're going to see how these connectors are used in some example sentences. Here's case 1 with wow. ذهب علي ومحمد إلى روما وباريس. Ali and Muhammad went to Rome and Paris. Here we're looking at two nouns that are connected by a حرف عطف, which is wow. ذهب علي ومحمد. Ali and Muhammad. And Roma here is the city of Rome, and Paris is another city. These are also being connected by wow, and they both mean and in this context. Here's another sentence. استطاع الطلاب أن يقرأوا ويكتبوا باللغة العربية بعد دراسة 3 أشهر فقط. The students were able to read and write in the Arabic language after only studying 3 months. Here we have أن يقرأوا ويكتبوا, to read and write. In this situation, the wow means and, but it is connecting not two nouns, but two verbs in this context. Here's another sentence using wow. يعمل والدي أستاذا ورئيسا للقسم في الوقت ذاته. My father works as a professor and chair of the department at the same time. Notice here that أستاذا is mansub, and then رئيسا is also mansub. So يعمل والدي أستاذا, as a professor, ورئيسا, and as the chair of the department, رئيسا للقسم. One of the things that you need to know about the حرف عطف is that when it combines two nouns, those two nouns are going to be in the same case. So we have أستاذا as mansub, and then رئيسا is going to follow it in terms of its case. So here we have an example of wow, but it means a little bit different, something different. يعمل أخي, my brother works, وهو مهندس في الكويت. And he is an engineer who works in Kuwait. يعمل أخي وهو مهندس في الكويت. Here, وهو مهندس, and he is an engineer, is better translated as who is an engineer. It also can mean while being an engineer, or while he is an engineer. So notice here that the wa, meaning and here, is functioning more as a particle that is introducing a subordinate clause. Here's another sentence. قرأ المسألة عدة مرات ولم يستطع حلها. So he read the problem a number of times, but was not able to solve it. The wow here doesn't mean and. قرأ المسألة عدة مرات. He read the problem a number of times, but was not able to solve it. Here we have another sentence. نجح محمد ورسب علي في الامتحان. Muhammad succeeded, but Ali failed in the exam. So wow here means but and not and. Here we have an example using fa. Fa is another connector. سأل الأستاذ طلابه سؤالا صعبا فلم يجبه أحد. So the professor asked his students a difficult question, so no one answered him. سأل الأستاذ طلابه سؤالا صعبا فلم يجبه أحد. Here fa means so. سافر إلى أمريكا للدراسة. ثم, here's ثم is another connector. ثم بعث برسالة إلى والده يخبره فيها بأنه سعيد جدا هناك. He traveled to America for study and then sent a letter to his father informing him that he was very happy there. سافر إلى أمريكا للدراسة ثم بعث برسالة. So here ثم is a connector. So سافر, he traveled, ثم بعث, and then ثم here is connecting to sentences. So before we were looking mostly at connectors connecting words. Here it is connecting sentences. Here we have another sentence. درست سنتين في جامعة القاهرة ثم تركتها والتحقت بالجامعة الأمريكية فتعلمت فيها كثيرا عن طرق البحث. I studied 2 years at the University of Cairo and then I left it and joined the American University, and so I learned there a lot about the methods of research. Here we have 3 connectors. درست سنتين في جامعة القاهرة ثم تركتها. So درست and تركت, they are joined by ثم. Then we have واو تركتها والتحقت, and التحقت here is another connector meaning to that that is connecting تركت and التحقت, those 2 verbs. Now ثم has a meaning of a longer span of time, whereas wow indicates something that happens sooner. So here we say درست سنتين, I studied for 2 years, ثم تركتها, then after a while I left it. والتحقت, and then right after that I joined the American University. فتعلمت, and so I learned فيها كثيرا عن طرق البحث. There much about research methods. يريد أن يدرس اللغة الإنجليزية أو الفرنسية قبل سفره. So here we have أو, which means or. Here where it's also a connector. يريد أن يدرس اللغة الإنجليزية أو الفرنسية. So here we have, we're connecting 2 noun phrases. اللغة الإنجليزية أو اللغة الفرنسية. Is also a particle that indicates a choice between 2 alternatives, but it's usually used in a question and when you have 2 alternatives. لا يدري هل يقبل الدعوة أم يرفضها. He doesn't know if he should accept the invitation or refuse it. Here again, هل indicates a question. So when we use or in a question context, we oftentimes use لست أدري هل ألقى الأستاذ محاضرته أم اعتذر عنها. So I don't know if the professor gave his lecture or excused himself from it. Okay? I don't know here. This is 2 alternatives. Is used here in a here with the question word هل. And there we have it. We're finished with the lesson for today. مع السلامة.